Good afternoon from the Office of the Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center. Helping is the solution. Now we're having a tenancy dispute reported by Ms. Dobora against Mrs. Nngozi Anthony. The both parties are live in our office. My greetings to the Honorable Chairman, Legal Department, co-comrades, and other beautiful viewers. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our Facebook page for Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center. Our TikToks are Center for Justice and Palace Gist. For other further information, you can visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. Mindful of your comments, please share as you come online. God bless you. Okay, let's hear from you, Ms. Deborah. What is the complaint and your request?
All right, ma'am. On last month, 14th precisely, I got this letter from my landlady dated 13th of July asking me, telling me that my tenancy is going to expire
Can you
this
speak
month.
up?
And she's telling me that my tenancy is going to expire this month and I should leave the house after the expiration of the tenancy this month. I was surprised why she actually gave me this because I never saw this coming. And the reason she gave on this letter was that accusing me wrongly of locking, because I share an apartment. I live in a two-bedroom flat and we share the it is a shared apartment. And the reason she's giving for quitting me is that I locked the other room, not giving her access to it, which is wrong because the said room is actually open for her to access. So if that is the reason why she's giving me quick notice, I don't know why she actually formulated that lie against me, or is if there is something else more to it. I know it's her property and she has the right to take it and ask me to leave, but I demand for a proper notice and why the act is a wrong accusation for the reason of asking me to quit.
What is the accusation?
The accusation is that I locked the other room, which is it's a two-room bedroom flat. Someone moved out of it. I've been sharing it with people. So recently, someone moved out of it, and since someone moved out of it, she has not been able to bring another person, and she's accusing me of locking it. The said room does not even have key because the person that moved out of it removed the key, and it's open for anybody to enter. She's now accusing me of locking it. So I don't know, maybe I should just give a background of how everything started.
It's your case. Go ahead.
Okay. I moved in the compound 1st of September 2018. I paid my money August 15th and I moved in 1st of September. And before I moved in, two friends were sharing the apartment and one person left. So he needed someone to actually to get his money back. So he asked an agent to look for a person to take his place. And that was when I came in. So another person was still there. And when I was moving there, I would wait for the person that was occupying the place because it's a flat and the person staying in the sitting room, kitchen and everything. We can't just access the room because of one room. So I will wait for the person that was occupying the other room to come in. We'll wait and he will also give us appointments when we will come. He is aware of it and we wait for him. Even when there was a day he actually wanted to send us out because the agent did not inform him that we were coming. And that was the process that I used to enter. He was the one that actually gave us access to see. And whenever he's not around, I wasn't able to access it. And he could not even enter. He didn't give us key. So when I eventually moved in, the person moved out. And after moving out, he subletted. So he subletted his room to another person. So we keep on living until like last year, November, the person actually moved out. And she now looked for another person to occupy the place. And when the person that left, he didn't even give her the key. And he didn't give me the key. He just threw it somewhere. I was the one that picked the key, and she came to ask. I gave it to her. Even the entrance, because our entrance that leads to the sitting room, I gave her because she came to ask, and I gave her everything. So when the person we started having issue, we are currently having issue, light issue. The issue of light started last year, 2021. Now before we were using estimated meter, and I live in a room, in a one bedroom, and the sitting room we are not even actually making use of it, and I don't even have. So when we are using estimated meter, one person in a room could be paying like 15,000, 16,000, 13,000. That was that was too much on us, and we were all crying. Our compound was like a destination for NEPA to always come into court lighting. So one day we were actually complaining because we are actually finding it burden on us. And the compound said we need prepaid meter. We can't continue like this. And I volunteered that I would look for process of which we could get prepaid meter. When I went to NEPA, they directed us to websites where we could get prepaid meter. And I went there for a research. I need to sign in. I need to sign up, okay, in order to see where to get the meter. I signed up with my email address and my phone number, and I put our meter address, which bears our own name. In the process of searching out, I found out what it would take us to get prepared meter, and I informed my co-tenants. They said they were not ready, that we cannot go ahead because it's going to be a one
Why are
meter.
you withdrawing back your fund?
Okay, so then when I reported the case to, when I reported my finding to my co-tenant, they said they were not ready, and that was how the matter died. Before then, they've not started giving free prepaid meter. So fast forward to January 2021, I got a call because I used my phone number to register in order to find out what it would take for us to get a prepaid meter. I got a call from PHCN, and somebody said, okay, they're coming to deliver our meter if I was around. And I said, yes, the person should come. I quickly went to her and went to her house. Unfortunately, she was not around, but her daughter was around. I told her, I just got a call from the NEPA, and I informed in our WhatsApp platform, I informed all my go-tener, this is what is happening. They said they're coming to deliver prepaid meter to us. I never see this coming. I did not apply since we did not even want in the initial place, and it wasn't. We are not actually expecting it for free. They brought it for free, so they were coming. They said they're coming. So they said, okay, let's wait for them to come. When they came, all right. When they came, unfortunately, the meter they brought was just a one-phase meter, and they said that the whole compound could not use it because it can't carry the whole compound. Since I'm the contact person, let them install it on my flat so that others will now leverage on it and start processing for their own. Immediately they installed it, even though she was not around, they just handed it. It wasn't connected. When she came and asked, I told her the
Did you carry
process.
her along when you were going to apply for the prepaid meter?
It was a discussion on our platform.
Hmm?
It was a discussion on our WhatsApp
Did
platform.
you inform her platform of landlord and tenant or platform of tenants?
She, her brother is also there.
Is it platform of tenant or
Tenant and
landlord and
landlord,
tenant?
because she doesn't have a WhatsApp enabled phone. Her brother is representing her, so she is represented there on the discussion. So when they said, okay, it's going to be a one phase.
Madam, speak up.
So when they said it's a one phase meter, they are going to install it. Since I'm the contact person, let them install it on my flat so that others will leverage on it and start applying for their own. Immediately they installed it, all the outstanding, because we are owing outstanding, all the outstanding was transferred to the meter, and everybody was made to be aware. We actually organized a meeting and said, okay, that this is what is happening, this is the situation, and we arranged how we're going to be paying. After arrangements, all of a sudden, and nobody wants to pay again. And she was the one that actually instigated people not to pay. I don't know why, the reason. So nobody paid, and it was whenever I recharge, they will take part of the money and in a week I'll be using like 5,000. I and my flat will be spending like 5,000 every month, which we're not even supposed to spend in a month, and that was a body. So I was carrying it until recently when the new person moved. The person said no, it's too much, that she cannot take it and she cannot be subscribing 5,000 in a week, and that was the issue she had with her that made
In
her
a week or in a month?
in a week. That was the issue she had with her that made her to say that she's moving out, that she's not going to stay in that compound. This January, her lawyer came and said that it's not proper. The compound is supposed to pay. She is responsible and she is supposed to organize how to pay. The lawyer said, okay, we should obey that. What I am suffering is not proper. And said she is the landlord and this responsibility is hers, that she should make sure we pay. She did not say anything. She just died the matter and she wasn't saying anything about it. So prior to when I said I wasn't going to, when I started carrying the burden, I said, since I'm carrying this burden that all of us is supposed to carry, there's no need of you coming to ask me for other bills, telling me to pay this and pay that I cannot bear all. Since I'm still settling this, until we settle out this, every other bill I'm not going to be paying. And when I said that, she was taunting me. So when I said that, she was all throughout that day, that moment, she was taunting me. Whenever she sees me outside, whenever she would taunt me, so she was just taunting me. And until this January that the lawyer came and said that it's not proper, she should make sure that that bill is cleared. And but she did not do anything about it until I just saw this. I don't know where it's coming from.
Mr. Philip, Favour say, Madam Landlady, Favour say you should stop shaking your head. That her head is not in the market. And Philip Chinonso said, I should tell you to stop shaking your head. Biko, that is what they write. Meanwhile, head is for her, it's not for me. And she have right to shake her head. This is human right office. So anything that you are to do without that touching me, you are free. Landlady, you go get headache. That is what Vicky should say. Okay? Go ahead. I only pass the message because landlady is not reading it now.
So since then she has been taunting me. Taunting me. She hasn't given me peace.
She has been doing what?
Taunting me. She hasn't given me
I hope
peace.
the landlord understand the taunting. You are not on TikTok. Okay. So you are taunting her. Don't worry, I will interpret in Igbo language. Even if you know.
Even okay, when the current lady that stayed here moved out, we almost fought because of that issue of light. And she I wanted to fight her because of what I heard.
So you get strength in fighting. That is nice.
No, I don't even have strength.
You guys come to my office to come and pretend to be a Japan.
I don't even have strength to fight.
I
don't even have strength to fight.
Good to hear that.
So when she was trying to attack me, landlady was the one that told me, because when we are talking about landlady, my landlady told me that girl said that she took my name to somewhere, and that was what actually wanted to bring fights between us. When I now raised the issue to this girl was like, she was weak and didn't know what to say, and she said she
never. Landlady took your name to somewhere.
No, landlady said that the girl that was staying in the same flat with me took my name to somewhere. I don't know.
Who did she tell?
She told me. I don't know what she wanted to achieve by telling me that. When I now raised the issue to the girl was weak and said she never for once told such to landlady.
I thought you guys are living in a flat. The landlady occupying the same flat. She
has a relationship with the lady. They were kind of friends.
Okay.
So when that issue started, when the lady started fighting her because of the lights, and she didn't inform her when she moved in, and when we are trying to resolve how we can settle the light, because even the landlady said I should cut her light because she said she could not pay. I have to cut her light. In that process, that was when we are trying to resolve
you have
the
to cut the
lady's light.
You? How?
I called the electrical guy. She gave me the number. We have electrical guy that normally comes to fix, and she gave me the number. Said I should call the guy to come and cut the light since she said she couldn't afford to pay.
Because she told you that she took your name to somewhere.
No, because no, she said she couldn't afford to. She was not paying for lights. She said she couldn't afford to pay for
She
lights.
called Francis.
Okay. She said she couldn't afford to pay for lights, and I can't be the one recharging for her every time she'll be using light. And she could not afford to pay for lights. We have to cut her light. It was during that process that she was having issue with the lady. That she now told me that the lady said she took my name, told her she took my name to somewhere. And I said, why would she do that? What have I done to her? Apart from the light issue, I never had anything against her. We never had any issue. When I raised the issue to the girl, the girl said she never said anything to like that to landlady. Even when they were talking, she was weak. Other compound guard had for us, and it was like she never imagined saying that. It was from that day, landlady, even when I talked to landlady, when I tried to greet her, even there was a day I tried to actually approach her because of the light. She said I should go and call the whole compound. She wasn't talking to me. That was when she started avoiding me. She was like, she just doesn't want to see me since that very incident up to this very moment that she brought this letter. That's the foundation of my story.
So, what is your prayer?
My prayer is okay, she's the landlady and she has the right to take her apartment, but she should give me enough time for me to be able to gather myself and look for another apartment. And for the light issue, she should clear it. I will be the one bearing the responsibility.
Are you a yearly tenant or 6 months or 3 months?
Yearly tenant.
How many years have you spent?
This September will make it 4 years.
4 years. When is your rent due for to expire?
From what they wrote here from the tenancy, they said September for tenancy, but she normally gives me from the receipt she gives to me is September. September that my rent is going to expire.
I wanted you to call that man. I just driving out. Okay, let's hear from you, Mrs. Nngozi.
About last year,
No, you will speak loud, okay? I'm not the only one listening to you. You will speak loud. At least now I've allowed you to talk, so I believe you will not be shaking the head again. So help us speak loud so that we can hear you properly.
Nngozi entered my house 1918. Just maybe
Because
from
I
Dobora.
thought you are the
Dobora.
Nngozi.
Nngozi. She's a Nngozi too. She's
Okay.
Dobora. About 4 years now.
Hmm?
About 4 years ago now.
Mm.
So we are.
Their boy should call him. I want to say they should go down, they should call him himself.
So we are living fine, no problem. So when he came, agents brought her. So I said this room that remain, that somebody was living there. But the problem is that the boy now got a job from my Ikoyi, so it cannot be from my house to Ikoyi, it's too far. So he said I should rent it out. So I now made the agent, one agent brought out the other one, say there is a room, apartment that remain. So when he brought her, we took her. So he entered the place. So later, I found out that the boy, that both of them living, they are always quarrel, fighting every time. So and now I wanted her to come and report to me. This is what the boy do to her, or the boy to come. But the boy always come to report, but I never go to her. So when later Anna called her, say, come, why is it that all you and Stephen always fight and quarrel? I want to know what is going on because I see you the way you used to walk up and down. She now told me everything. I said, okay, I will talk to Stephen. So when I talked to Stephen, I made meeting on behalf of Dobora, call the whole tenant, say, look at what Stephen is doing that I don't like it. So they said that we talk to Stephen. So
Stephen
on
the
Facebook,
toaster.
no,
The toaster.
no. So
That's the way they do it. You stop.
so on faithful day, their fault. So I now call the old tenant, please come and help me. So we are dragging, I heard this one, other tenant heard the other one. So the boy say that he will beat her, wound her. Meanwhile, I noticed that that year the boy want to move out because they are already transfer him. So I don't want him to be this care and wounded her and just left. You understand me? So that one, the boy now left. The boy now brought a friend. The name called Samuel, and that Samuel is so good, was so good, no problem. See, so the way the Samuel came to me, say that he want to marry. I said, I wish I said that flat. I said, did you tell Nngozi? Did you tell Dobora? He said yes, that he told Dobora. I said, what did
Now he
Dobora
wants
say?
to marry
He
Dobora.
he want to marry another lady.
Okay.
He say I told you that I told you Dobora that I want to buy so many things. There is nothing in that color. True, there is nothing in that sitting room that you want to buy something. That Deborah, you're my sister. Even if you bring anybody, you can be able to stay there. I'm not sharing anything with you. He said Deborah said no. I said, Deborah will not agree. You say, what can I do? Can I give Deborah a quick notice so that he can be able to stay? I said, I cannot give Deborah a quick notice because she don't do me anything. If you do me something, I can give. But I can't just give her quick
Maybe
notice.
she say she should give Deborah a quick notice
Yes.
so that he can have enough space
So I said I
as
will
a
not
married
give.
man.
I said I will not give you that you need a large place. You can go and look for us elsewhere, which he did. He now left. So when he left, he came to me and told me that Deborah is a trouble somebody. So I don't care to even hear from the boy.
Let him come.
So another lady came. The agent of
You don't even the one. Go ahead, madam.
the agent of malaria, he now brought a lady agent say I said I don't want a boy again because any man that stay with her so boy fight. I want a young lady so that I can be friend and love themselves. So okay. So he now brought a lady. When the lady came inside, the lady was saying that I like this place. I said, Deborah, I brought a lady. Take her as your sister. Despite she's in Yoruba, but make friends with her, no problem. He say okay. So when I saw there, I see that they were talking, smiling. So one day,
Go ahead,
okay,
madam.
when one day
All this person is not coming in.
the lady came to me and told me that the Deborah is charging her much. I said charging her much for what? He say about light. I said, okay, I know what to do. So I went and asked our landlord and landlady, see, what is happening. They say, no, the borrower cannot charge am that kind of money because he did not use the light with us. So he just be a new place that came in. If the borrower is paying 5,000, the lady will be paying 2,000 or one something. He said, whether they have property. I said, no, what they have property. I don't know why they will pay like 10,000 in month every to be finished. Even somebody that live in Manhattan join us together.
Every month or every week.
Every week, the guy said every week. Yes, he said every week. Every week, 10,000. So I was so surprised. That was why I went outside to go and ask people. They said, no, it can't be. I don't have you much property that consuming light. I said, no, no television, nothing is here. I don't know how this thing is happening. So I now called the girl. Where the brother go and charge the this thing? And I will be seeing the bill to know how much is charged. He say sometimes he will give her to sit, so now you no give her. I say you try to know, you will try to know everything. So when the matter is going on, I now call lawyer. So lawyer, please come and help me into this matter. He say he will come. So later I saw lawyer for outside. I say sir, I been calling you since concern this issue. So when lawyer came now, when lawyer came, lawyer now ask say the money that is not the girl will not join us to pay the money, and Deborah that the only thing that he will call tenant so that we can be able to contribute money and pay the light. He say okay. So when when you call the person be in charge of the light for my house, so the person say okay, follow Deborah to NEPA. So when I go to the NEPA, they say whether it's 140,000 or 100,000. So I went to Deborah so that Deborah will not say that maybe I did not even care whatever. Deborah, how much they said that is the money for NEPA? How much NEPA said? He said I should go and ask the Sandra that join her to go. I said, why should I ask that Sandra? I want to hear from you. He said, maybe 140, I should go and ask. I said, okay, no need of asking because Sandra has already told me everything. So where the for because of that, the brother stop paying like lawman bill, he stop paying sweeping, he stop paying water pump water card for water, and it is our money we use to pay the money for water. He refuse to pay everything. I say okay, so one on 25th day this guy call me, the sandra, being the charge of the light, the charge of normal, the charge of this thing sweeping, came to me say that I'm tired of paying the bullet bill. So the brother the brother left his own place, came to Lagos. Likewise there, everybody is working. Why are they paying the bullet bill? I say what is it? Tell me. He said the brother refuse to pay pumping water that for the card for 10 months now. I say 10 months, you mean? I say yes, it's 10 months. I say okay, let me go down to go and ask the brother, why do you stop to be paying? Because I mean I noticed before say you used to pay, but you could not tell me. So when I went there, I saw the brother. I asked the brother, say look at what Sandra told me, that you will not be paying the bill. He told me that the that you are that I myself am holding her, and the same thing with Tenant. I say in what way? He say in that on Sunday bill. I say the boy, do you know that your Sunday bill you are talking about? Do you know that number one, you are not paying plumber, you are not paying sweeping, you are not paying card to recharge water, and you are using them up till tomorrow, and nobody ask you, and you are saying about this thing, we no refuse to pay because lawyer came say we should share the money, we share the money, but two yorubas dem refuse to pay. I was asking them, why you people you refuse to pay? He said because of the border cause it, because of this bill of money. I went to police station with the other man before dem say the man packet. Is the man say we no pay, and when the man want to relate to my house he did not let me know. The man left before his family. Im family don already pack finish. When I saw my daughter call me say that parking I came. I say you people are parking? He say yes. I say what of the money for bill? He say im husband say that he can't be able to pay o, na is the cost is the brother will pay the money. I say okay, no problem. So they left. So the other woman back when I was not around, I went to church early in the morning. So when I came back that evening time, my children told me that mama Victor has packed away, and I call her say mama Victor, you are packed, did not let me know. I heard that you already left. He say yes. I say okay, what of the money for bill for light? I know you hate me so many money. One, you owe me agreement to not pay, I don't care. He went inside the city room, he remove all the whole wire of electric. I did not disturb you. Then you later remove you even you stay more than the time you suppose to stay wey lawyer say you be pay, you did not pay me. But what I needed from you is that money for light bill. You say that the borrower is the cause, that is not pay. I say okay, two of you say the borrower is cause. So what the woman told me, that if we bring my money for wire for electric dem remove, but not so that they remove am. So when you bring it, so my mind, what I have in mind, that when you bring it, I will use it to pay for the woman own, then I know how to pay my own. So later the woman now left, he did not give me the money, he did not pay me anything with the money, you see. So the room is talking about, when the lady came, the lady left. So another person pay me money, I have to settle the lady, because the lady say cannot be able to stay, that Dobora is a troublemaker. Dobora will come to my apartment. I'm not living the same place with her. If we Dobora will came there, he disturb me, we talk. The same lady will come, he will disturb. So I don't know what to do. So when I went and let people know, even the agent is saying he's sick, that will come to see the lady. So then when the last time the brother came, the brother was telling me about somebody that want to leave. See, the person want to leave. I said I don't know, but if you want to leave, glory be to God. If you still want to stay, glory be to God. I wanted to say something, but I have a sign that say silent, so I now put it in that way. I don't even talk again. So the money wey the lady came to me say madam everything that happen even the boy is doing that he had a friend that see vision used to tell am say he say that the boy will fight am. I say see, nobody will fight you, so far I'm here. The only thing that do, if I say do this thing, do am, no trouble. See, even if I give you the phone number, you will call the agent was calling the lady, call, let us talk, I'm strong, I can't be able to come out, call, he refuse to go. So one day the fight now happen. The brother went and told the lady that I'm the one. The brother want to go to police station. I said, well, why should we go to police? Is it this matter? You people never even fight. Why are you going to police station if this matter will
Who
be
went to
settled?
police station?
She's planning to go to Dobora, planning to go to police station. I say, is it not this matter? We can be able to handle the matter. Meanwhile, the other man that there that refused to pay still have me in mind. Say, why should I forcing him to pay? And he say he has told me that Dobora is a bad girl. Dobora don't need to live in this compound. There is one that calls up at the light. I said, now light here is on standing bill. We need to pay before any other thing, before we be hearing any other thing for you. Okay, when the matter happen, Deborah now accuse me say I am the one, that lawyer was there when I was saying it. I said, okay, I call lawyer say, is she stupid? Why Deborah will vote for that kind of nonsense? Then he now immediately turn him mouth say the lawyer, he say lawyer was not there. Say devil say it's slip of tongue, the devil come to kill, devil come to, I have a witness meaning, devil come to kill, devil come to destroy, devil come to steal. I say Deborah, you are the devil that come to kill, you are the devil that come to steal and destroy, you see. So I say, okay, you now go there, go and meet those people that you say I am the one who say so. The brother went there, only God gave me witness. The brother stood there. He did not tell them anything. He just listened for what they are saying. Nothing, did not say anything. Meanwhile, we are watching the brother there. The brother now came fast. Say landlady is okay. This is okay. I said, okay, since you anybody that come inside that apartment, you will not allow that person to stay. Only for you to stay. Make sure you pay me 500,000 because that flat is 500,000. So later now, the brother kind of left because of that matter. If you greet me I will answer, but we are not in good time to just sitting down. Because people advise me, don't sit with tenants, don't play with tenants, don't complain with tenants. Always when I greet you, how are you? Fine. This one I say, okay, let me follow what the people are saying so that I don't want trouble. So later now, I went to my lawyer. I called lawyer, say see. Lawyer say, okay, don't worry, I will see Deborah. It's like when he called Dobora, he now told Dobora, how can you padlock the key? Because the lady took two of my thing. And now for the lady, went to his sister house, you should tell her to return that thing that you collected. The lady now went to her agent and told the agent that there is no way that when he came, everywhere padlocked, that the brother has changed everything. And the brother changed the padlock so that nobody will stay here except she. I said it cannot. So later now, I went and searched that, I watched, saw the padlock. He broke the padlock that he used before. Then he put another one for case. There's no way I can be able to enter. So when I look, there is nowhere. And now I told my lawyer now call her. Why do you lock that apartment? Do you know that you are causing more something for the for landlady? Landlady is not even using that money. So I told the lawyer, you know that I'm a widow, I don't have husband. This is where I get money to pay my children's school fees, feed them, everything. Why should Deborah lock that apartment? So the lawyer now call her, say you should return key for me. Deborah did not return that key. I not see any key. He not return key to me. I left Deborah. I not even ask her for whether 4 to 5 months. I not ask Deborah. Then later now, the lawyer now send later, because when I went to ask am about the water something, he talk about hole and no hole. I said the boy is not today. We will pay. You know how things be in Nigeria, we will pay. That man left in my house without paying. I'm paying my own, paying the man own at the same time. So everybody will pay. The two ladies upstairs brought in their own money and gave the brother. The brother say we will not collect that money. I said, why the brother cannot collect that money?
NEPA money.
NEPA money.
How much?
20,000 and share for everybody. So that first brought their own. So others will bring their own. The brother refused to collect that money. They came and told me, as soon as the brother collected the fees, like even for NEPA, when you went to NEPA, they will say, pay you as little as you are. So when you pay, the way you complete the money, they will free you. The brother is supposed to collect this one and go and pay for NEPA. So that's okay. They will
So
not
she
pay.
did not collect 40,000.
He not collect the 20,000 from those people that came to pay their own.
20,000 and you 10,000.
No, 20,000 each flat.
That is 40,000.
40,000, but no, more than that. You can pay more than that. Or maybe including 20,000, maybe 80,000.
So are they the one that accumulates the bill or they met the bill?
They not made the bill because there's something there was something that happened one time ago. All the boys, area boys, that went and fought NEPA. So NEPA then went to the police station. The police now stopped that they should stop collecting money for so year. Whether 1 year abi 2 years, I don't know. So when they came, now when the days are now expired, they came. So they now bill everybody. Whatever they give you, that is what people accumulate. So that I say our money na 200 and something abi 300. That was how we are be paying. And when the brother came to my house, the brother did not tell me that he want to go and take a prepaid. You see, other tenants in my street, before they will take prepaid, their landlord and landlady must know that we stand. But when he came to collect bill, I thought the bill that the brother is collecting is for to open account. Other people are doing it in my compound. So I gave the brother the bill to go and pay. He not tell me. One Sunday I came back. I'm tired because I'm coming back from water. The weather is too hot. I want to rest. I had pom 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 beside my window. I said, who is doing that thing? Before we talk like two to three times, the brother came out with muzzle. I am the one. I said, who is knocking? See, you are the one that is neighbor. I said,
another muscle.
no, I said he just came out like a muzzle person. I said, like he's the owner of the house. So I said, Oga, will you come down from that place? Because the brother did not tell me that he's bringing prepared. Come down. So NEPA man, he said, no madam, don't worry, I will let you know. You need to tell your landlady that you are bringing prepared. I said, but before, when people want to collect prepared, you will let your landlord and landlady know, and that will be the one to stand on you. Why you go and collect prepared without them know? Even Tenant, they were quarreling with me, say see what the owner cost to them now. And the letter now say, the only thing that we need to make meeting. We made meeting. We say, okay, we will do it like this, we do it like this. The brother say, we don't do it, we go and report us. We say, we don't go and report us, we will do it. Before the people came, now when they came, that during that time, on Saturday we were using, they'll be sending us 50,000. They're sending us that 20,000, sometimes 30,000, sometimes 25,000. We are paying. So there is no way we are paying that kind of money, and we are still paying the one where inside the brother this thing. So me, it was me that paying double more than them for that NEPA something we are paying. So when I went and go to told the brother say, try to be paying your bill. You cannot even go because of we are holding lights. You cannot pay normal. You cannot pay sweep. You cannot pay the car money. The thing you are using to pump water you are using. Yeah. So the brother, the last thing to come is on what did the brother said. The brother said I should do my worst. I said I should do my worst. Okay, I went and told the lawyer. I said, look at what I told the brother. The brother said I should do my worst. So the lawyer can say, okay, since the brother said you should do your worst, I will should say quick notice.
Okay, give a quick notice to pack when.
He say inside this now. It's not sick. Whereas he said no. He said the quick notice he gave her that your house will expire September, so you should prepare.
The house will start September. September this year.
Yes, sir.
Na one month she dey pay you the money abi na every year?
Every year it's paying.
Okay, every year. That your lawyer sure say na lawyer abi na agent you dey call lawyer?
No agent, and the name is there. You can call him.
And the lawyer where you meet the lawyer na inside court abi na street?
Somebody introduced that lawyer to me, and his lawyer. I have the card. I have his number.
I hope the man is coming.
I don't know if I have the right to say something.
The lawyer gave her quick notice. We're already in August, and if her rent is it will expire September.
He knew, the lawyer knew that the brother can spend 6 months before he leave.
Even if he knows that the brother is going to spend 5 years before he leave, tell that your lawyer to do the right thing. She go and issue the quick notice from the beginning that will end in another 6 months. Since he did not inform her all this while, he will go and write fresh quick notice, and that quick notice will count 6 months, whether he knows or he did not know. So why did you go to apply for prepaid meter why do you deceive her to collect NEPA bills, and you went there to go apply for prepaid? Because the house is not for you. One, you are not to want to apply for prepaid meter. Prepaid meter is to be applied by landlord, because you are not going to remove it from there. It's the property of that house, and it's the duty of the landlord or the landlady to go apply for their prepaid meter, because they are not going to give you individual prepaid meter in your name is should be in the name of the landlord or the landlady, the property owner. So why did you go there to apply for a prepaid meter? How do you forge her signature in that office before you apply for the prepaid
No,
meter in her name?
every
And when they bring the meter becomes single meter, because if you did not deliberately apply for your own flat, there is no way you applied for 4 flat, 5 flats, or 3 flat that is not 1 flat, and they have to bring single face to the building.
okay. Let me tell you how it happened. But ma, please, may I say this? I don't want to say my landlady because I don't want to disrespect her. But for everyone she has mentioned her name and the story she told, please, you can call them. We can call them to
We will call
confirm.
them to be here. We can't call any of them. They will come and
We
they
will
will
call them to
testify against
confirm
you.
because all that she has said and
I have
she
their
just
number.
she just framed
They will come.
everything. She just framed everything
They will
up.
come and sit down and
She
say
just
what.
framed everything up. Even for upon those that left and those that are still living, everything are all just lies.
They will come.
They will all come.
They will come.
Please, we'll call
But
them.
now we know who is
Now,
not
let
involved
me
in
tell
it.
you, ma, how they prepared. Like I said before, everything was done online. My intention, because initially I wasn't the one to pay for NEPA bill for prepaid meter. I wasn't going to use my money to pay. I know it's the duty of the landlady to pay for prepaid meter and to install it for the tenant. So I wasn't ready to do that. What I actually wanted to do, what we wanted to find out, because it was the whole compound that's supposed to do that, we wanted to find out the process, what it would take. Now everything was done online, not physically. For me to able to find, like, I don't know, if I have my phone, I'll show you the website. You go and find.
It's there. We all know the website.
You go to the
Yeah.
website. You go to the website. The intention was not to apply. It's just to find out the process, what it will take for us to get prepaid meter.
Did you just request for process and they bring prepaid meter?
No, for you to actually access the information, you have to sign up. You will sign up on the platform with email and phone number. It was the sign up that I did to take the process to see what it would take. And after seeing what it would take, I just reported. I didn't apply for anything. It was
You
that thing.
reported what?
I just reported what it would take us because we were actually planning to pay for it. We are trying to pay for it. So when the NEPA started giving free prepaid meter, the one they brought was free. We didn't. There's now because my information in the process has been there. They now saw it.
They cannot bring prepaid meter to your place without you applying.
It was the
Since they started, they did that. They go about from building to building, including this year, this office, and that was far back then. Not even when they generated the email. I'm not talking to you. Please don't distract me. Not when they generated website and what is it called, online application. No, they were going about with a teller, a teller, not teller, like a chat and a booklet. They go from place to place. That was when prepaid meter came out newly. They were going about giving it out. But now, if you go to the website where you apply for prepaid, you must fill up all the necessary requirements for them to give that prepaid meter. You cannot make inquiry and they bring meter to
it will
you.
take
You apply for
it's
it.
taking a process. Then if you put this information, it will take you to another
But
information.
you applied for it. The end of the story that you applied for the prepaid meter.
The intention was to find out process.
The intention was to
But
find out.
I
Then
didn't
you eventually applied.
I didn't complete the application. I didn't complete the application. I got
You
to a
can say
place.
that to your landlady, not to this office.
I'm telling you the truth. I didn't complete the application because in completing the application, I don't know if I'm supposed to pay. So I just go to a place where you see all the what you are required to pay and what you are required to provide. That
And
was the
listen
place
to
I
me.
stopped.
Oh, hold on. The electricity bill got nothing to do with other utility bills. You cannot drop your refill and you refuse to pay for lawmans that come to pay refills, whereas you have dates that you pick from your apartment to where they pick it up. These are two different things. You cannot uh, make use of water and you refuse to pay for water. The lawman cannot pick your bill, your refuse, and you refuse to pay for their service. You cannot what's it called, probably you have people that come to sweep the compound, they come to sweep, then you say you are not paying because you are paying NEPA bill. Listen to me, she's not in your apartment. You live in your apartment. You applied for the prepaid meter. In as much as you did not, nobody have a collective meeting and agreement written and signed by all the tenants, including the landlady that is living there, coordinated by either the agent or the lawyer attached to the building. You were the only one that did such application with your personal email, and after which the prepaid meter was given to your to your own flat, not to the building. Whatever what is it called, consequences you find from there, you bear it. Because if they are bringing bill, this is a compound, then one single tenant take the bill from our landlord, apply for a prepaid meter. For instance, from to your statement, which I know is zero, you are making an inquiry, you have an incomplete application, then all of a sudden the application become completed in a NEPA office. All of a sudden they now brought a bill, what is it called, a prepaid meter. And whether complete or incomplete, there is no way you will make inquiry or apply that you will not mention the building or how many flats, if your intention is to inquire on behalf of all the tenants according to your statements. Then, that aside, you make an inquiry, then at the end of the day your inquiry become a single inquiry, become a single prepaid meter attached and mounted in your flat. There is nobody living in your flat aside your co-tenant that are supposed to be living, who has also packed out because they could not bear the expenses or the bills that you were bringing in based on the grant that you applied for prepaid meter that was given to you. So if the prepaid meter, as in as much as the prepaid meter is attached to your own flat that you are living, if there is no any other tenants occupying that place, you will be paying. And if any tenant comes in there and they said no, they are not ready to make use of your light, and they decided to connect their lights from the compound using general bills where they estimate bills for them, and they will be sharing bills for the person, and the person is comfortable with that, it's the right of that person, they will move on. So only you will be bearing such.
And I'll be bearing it.
Yeah, so that is not an excuse for you to abandon other bills. You will pay for them, they are your bills, not the bill of anybody. They are your personal consumption, you consume them, the refuse they are for you, you are making use of them, and you know they are paying for lawma in that building, so definitely you will pay for it. If there is, they are giving the whole compound what is it called, estimated bills, and the whole tenants are complaining, everybody is agitating, then the landlady will come, and you appoint, among you, you appoint one or two person, maybe a learned person that will go with the landlady to Nepal office. They will give you guys a guideline. If it's not, if she's not learned enough to apply it online and all that, she or the co-tenant will appoint among yourself, okay, let this person do that. Then one or two or three of you, including her, will see to do that you applied in their presence. If there is any document that require her signature as a landlady, they will present there and she will sign. Thereafter, they will mark it. So the one you apply, they still need to return it back, because nobody, you have to write official letter back to the Nepal office. You have to disconnect it and take it and give them 3-phase meter, either 2 or 3.
Every other person now has.
Eh?
Every other person now has prepaid meter
In each flat,
in each flat.
and single phase.
Single phase. Everywhere.
Are they complaining about the bills? They are not complaining. So if they are comfortable and they are not complaining, then you don't need to complain, because you applied for it, you even got the prepaid meter before them. So if the next person that is coming there is comfortable by them or not, or the person can do. What is prepaid meter? You don't even have any reason to complain about prepaid meter. I thought prepaid meter is what you use that you consume.
Because there is outstanding bill on it. So whenever we recharge, when she was saying, she said that the lady said I was charging her. How could I charge? You go and buy your this thing.
Yes,
So
you
how
recharge your
you
card.
recharge your card?
And whatever
You
at
buy.
the end, even at that, if there is an understanding, because that is why I said you are the problem there. Because now, did they link their standing bill
To the
with to other ones?
no, it's just
Eh?
my flat. No, it's just my flat.
The head is
Because
your
it was the first one.
is your issue. You apply wrongly and you applied individual. That is why they did that. You were not well informed. You apply for an individual prepaid to be attached to your flat. So what they do, the bill in that building was attached to your prepaid. So every time you are recharging, they will be deducting. So what you are going to do, because if another tenant bring you here, you will not find it funny. They build, because even if she pack out, the bill, that is the what is it called, the additional bills that they are deducting from that should be shared among all the tenants. And your tenants that left, other tenants that left, that you could not take the part of their payment from them, you'll be responsible for it. She can't pay for that. I don't know if you are if you are clear with what I'm saying. The other tenant that left, that you were not able to collect their money, because it's your duty to either hold something that's what they are owing, or you hold them to pay you your money. If they have any outstanding bill, you cannot pass it to the new tenant that has not consumed anything electricity in your house. So do you know how much they are giving to you?
The total amount was 146,600 plus, but now I've paid up to, it's now remaining 60 something thousand.
You are paying your own this thing. I cannot say how much do you pay. I want to, how can you say you are pay up to? You should know how much you are recharging your life. How much do you recharge every month?
I recharge sometimes 5,000, sometimes 3,000.
Eh?
Sometimes 5,000, sometimes 3,000.
So it's not stable now.
It's not stable.
So how much are they deducting from that? That's what you should know.
When if we recharge 5,000, they will take 2,000 and leave 3,000. If I recharge 2,000, they will take like 1,000 something.
If you have the proof, the ones that they have been deducting and not that, you present it, and all the tenants will share it. So it is the bill of everybody, including her. For instance, if she recharge 3,000 and they take 2,000 out of it, the 2,000 have to be shared among her and other tenants, because that one is outstanding bills that all of them accumulated before she applied for prepaid meter.
They actually, we went to NEPA and they gave us the particular outstanding bill that was on that compound before applying for the meter. And that is 146,600 plus.
Accumulated by you people now, because they were giving you people estimated bills before you went.
Before, yes, yes.
How many tenants are you?
We were seven. We were seven. We were seven. I don't know how many there is remaining now. I think we are five now, but we were seven before.
Yes, six. Yes, six. Then two left, you move 4.
So the two, you face that, the rest will bear that. So either
I am my classmate.
either you people check the total bills that is there, you share it among yourself, and you just clear the bill instead of this deduction. If otherwise, if they are not comfortable, they will check how much they are deducting from her meter, then everybody has to be sharing among themselves. But if you do it sharing among themselves and the bill is not cleared before she goes, then they will still have to calculate what is the balance among everybody before she leaves. Then another thing, she made a statement that every tenant that comes to that apartment with you, find it difficult to cope with. You always have problem with them. How many have left?
And that's why I said we should call
Eh?
them.
Since she packed in,
Mm.
3 people have left
Yes.
from the flat she is occupying.
Yes.
Why?
Madam, that's why I said we should call them.
No,
because
you
it's
answered
it's
first. How many have
friendly.
left?
Now, the person that I met there, Stevie,
Yes.
she said I fought with him. I wasn't having issue, even though if you go to the whole street and the compound and ask.
I'm
No.
talking about your
Okay.
your
No,
co-tenant.
Stephen was the
Darren.
first person I stayed with.
You have
I
issue
ne-
with tenants.
I don't have issue with any tenant at all. I don't have issue. Like the way you are saying is the way I am. I don't have problem with anybody. I can stay in my room without even talking to anybody. I am just a reserved and private person. So I never had issue. The issue I had with Steven, the first person that I lived with, was that I don't know the kind of person he is everywhere. Even she, the landlady, was finding it difficult, but she didn't know how to evict. She actually had problem with him because she let.
What is the problem?
Now she will gather all the small boys in the street and they will fill the compound. They will fill everywhere. Even if I'm coming inside my house, I'll be coming like a stranger. But I never had issue with him.
Are you the only one living in the compound?
We are living downstairs.
Mm.
We are doing others are living. Any other person living downstairs, we are living backyard, and she living upstairs.
If you are too introvert, if you are such an introvert person, and you are living in a public place, you will have problem with people now. But it's not your personal house. If what people do, children come to the compound, you are not comfortable with it, you feel as if you can't find a way to come again, and the other one you feel you are disturbing the environment, and it's not your personal house, it's not your private house, you are sharing apartment with person and not that. You are two different people now. You can't expect somebody to be like you.
Of course, of course, I didn't expect, but I didn't have issue with that. Because everyone, even the boys that were coming, they never disrespected me for once. So I never had issue with them. But the issue I had with him was, and he always apologized. I would say he wasn't a bad person. He always apologized because the guys will always, when they come to our kitchen, whatever I keep in the kitchen, they will use it. They will use my gas. He was the one because of what he's doing. I just kept myself apart from him. Even when I'm in the room, his home theater, the kind of music he plays, his home theater, you know that when he's playing, the ground will be shaking. I never had issue. Even when I talk to him, he will say sorry. The issue I had with him is people coming to his house, using my thing, using my gas. It got to a place when I have to remove my burner, my gas cooker burner.
So why don't you look for normal room self-contained and live as a single lady?
I never knew
instead of looking for an apartment you'll be sharing with someone. You are not in abroad, and this is Nigeria, and you have lived there for 4 years doing what with different people, and you can still find, since you are occupying just a room and you guys are sharing kitchen, toilet, this and that, look for a room apartment.
We're not sharing toilets. We have different.
But at least if you are not sharing kitchen, there's no way they'll be using your.
We are sharing kitchen.
Such thing doesn't work here. You know, look for a room apartment and live, because you will keep having problem with everybody that is coming there. Because the kind of music the person is going to play, you may not like it. If you are a born again Christian, you are not living with born again Christian, and it's not your house, you will not stop the person playing his or her kind of music. If the person have visitors, the person reserve the right to bring this visitor to his or her, because he or she is not sharing an apartment with a landlord that will give him or the person condition or her to come to the house, when to live and not when to live. That understanding is not here in Africa. So you cannot bring a Western life for her to live in an apartment with people to this place now.
If you remember when she was saying, she said she was expecting me to come and report to her, but I never did, until she was the one that came to say, and Stevie reported me to you, that I wasn't
talking to him. But do you still want to be in the place so that I will know how to resolve, or you want to go? Which one do you really
I will leave. The place is not conducive for me, but I just needed time to leave.
You know you can't live there indefinite. Mm-hmm. There is always a legal term that back both everybody. You cannot just wake up and say you need your time and you want to stay there 1 year. The time that is due for you is what they will give to you. They are going to give you 6 months, and I hope you are aware that 6 months you pay for it. You are not going to live there free of charge. They will give you 6 month notice as the law require, and you will pay for it. There's nothing that says if you live in a house they serve you notice you should not pay. Notice is to notify you that they want to make use of the apartment and you should leave. So instead of serving you a month notice, they will serve you 6 months notice. They will have to serve you again another fresh notice that will be counting, that is 6 months, not even one day. They are not going to even deduct. For the lawyer to serve her wrong notice, the lawyer is going to start a fresh notice that will be counting any moment from now in 6 months to come. So all the issue of this should be sorted out. Then they should serve her a proper notice. Then you have 6 months is start from this month. When do you think is your 6 months? So you use your hand and calculate it. Yeah, the landlady will not bring you back again as a complainant.
September, October, November, December, January, February.
February 2023. That is when you are going out of the place. You've had any other thing?
About the bill for woman.
I'm ready
And
to
the
pay my
woman.
bill. I'm ready to pay my bill. That is my problem.
I've clarified her. Bring undertaking, two undertaking. I've clarified her. She is only going to pay her NEPA, recharge her NEPA bill. Any other thing they are deducting. Any other thing they are deducting from her what is it called? From her
Whatever outstanding that we had initially before the prepaid meter.
yeah. Don't go and misquote me. That is why I say the tenants should come. Let everybody be cleared. Otherwise, refer them to go and watch the case.
Because one is that, they are workers. I don't know that. That's what I said.
You will refer them to go and watch the case. If they watch the case, they will.
They'll be call you and see you.
They have to make you write your name, leave the category of case, just write your name and address, then you write the undertaking that you're undertaking the place on or before February till February 2023 end which month? Is it 30, 31st, 28th?
February 28th.
Right?
February 20th, before the end of February. Oh no, before the
You don't know the date to write it then.
Maybe
That
then
will take the place on or before February 2028. I want to be sure so that nobody will ask you, you say 1st of February. Twenty-eight on or before 28th February 2028. 2023. And all your standing bills like the lover and all that, you clear the bill before leaving and leave the category. The next line, write your name, your address. If you say you want to pay, you can call 090 3000 2474. Call the line, let's take your details and we'll tell you how much is it and you'll pay. You don't need all this online promise. If you want to pay, call 090 3000 2474. Unless you can call. I'll drop the line 090 3000 2474. You can call. Let's hear what you have to offer. You can call on WhatsApp 080 3302 4550. Alex, you can call on WhatsApp 080 3302 4550. If it is WhatsApp that you want to call, I don't even know why you want to call on WhatsApp. I mean, no get money to call direct. I thought you are speaking English as if you are a PhD holder. Write your undertaking, you omitted what I said you should write. You just said you have to pay your bill. Write you are moving out of the place on or before February 2023. And you just write a law mapping and hang your hand from there. That finger you are using to type that comment, call now. That is what I'm saying. Not when they step out of my office, you will go behind and you say you send money. You call now, you said you are at work. Is it not the same work you are that you are typing all those messages? Ezekiel Magdalene, my girl, how are you doing? Hope you are doing great. Ezekiel, you people have not sent me my handset too. You guys are trying me. In fact, I will off my phone self and be blocking you from even reaching me from Facebook, because if you are not seeing me on Facebook, you will not chat me. Go and take 1 minute break and call, or you enter toilet and call. You abuse the chatting here now, you are not telling me you will call me back later. Then later, if they are doing case, you say that send money. They coming back when I no get food. I no even try meal. No dey calm down for anybody. Write today's date here. Abi Ifeacho. Thank you, Amarachide. Alex, shey I don visit you for Australia before. I will not be stay there, the type there. that hand wey you dey carry type, why you no type am now? No go behind. What is your name? Deborah. Somebody is saying they want to pay your bill, and if the person says he's going to pay your bill, the person, you don't go and chat the person. Say they no use, say Facebook gave so many 419. So if the person want to pay, I've tell the person to call both our direct line and even to chat me. Alex Dan, the name hang there. In fact, let me pin the name so that if I come online again tomorrow, even this evening, you will chat me. What you do, go and do your calculation of your bill, send it. Then if you call after he closed from work, I will tell him the chat. I'll send him the amount. When he paid, we will call you here and hand over the money to you openly. He will see it and you embrace him. And I know say make una go that okay oh. If na like na sef, I go refer you people to our ready to marry group. I go dey monitor two of una with eye gog.
Alex. I appreciate.
Princess, did you say the whole presido get bad mouth? Can you imagine? Wallahi. Make I no insult you, but I want to be a good girl. The robot say you get white set of teeth. I like her. The whole the robots. The robushi. The rofendi. Okay oh. But when I pay our Deborah money, Deborah, are you working?
Yes, I'm working.
Deborah is working. Deborah is still single. I don't know. As far as her guy did not come to tell me that he's married, he's as good as single. She told me single. If she had said married, I for the address her married girl. But she's single. I did not see engagement ring in her hand, so she's fully single. And for the genuine single guys, and I can scrutinize very well. If you like her, you will chat me, and I'm going to be inside the platform I'm adding you. I'm the admin, oh. And no private chat, oh. I will not thank God, that they will over monitor self. So, by February, Deborah will be packing out, and she needs to get self-contained because the wahala is so much for her. She's an introvert, and it will be difficult to cope with extroverts that always like to play around, play music and all that and all that. So the best thing is for her to get a good self-contained, could be a room self-contained, where she'll be comfortable for her life and live her private life as she wanted. From the way she talks, you know that she's Deborah is an English Londonian, and she don't want to be mixing up with all these people. So our Allah go open you. You understand? So if you want Deborah in London, please contact me. I'll provide you the visa. All you need to do is to just pay me the money, and I'll send Deborah to you in London so that she'll come and live her British lifestyle over there. It's only in Britain, in Western world, that people live in apartments like that and they live peacefully. So that is it. So she will need your support if you want for all the hashtag, all the single unique young guys. Don't come and do Yahoo. So Alex, God bless you. We're waiting for you.
Thank you,
But
Alex.
chat me later and support any little way you can. She's not troublesome, and less. Deborah, you made mistake. I thought you are the complainant, right? You are to sign where complainant is. So cancel that where you sign defendant.
Oh, okay.
Alex, no japa oh, don't call your name oh, and thank you, don't come oh, except you won't use another name dey watch us. let's chase clouds on this. No, only the complainant. Give her to sign where the defendant. Oh, Ezekiel Magdalene. You want her for, okay, get up. You get up. You get up. Get up.
Oh my God.
Get up. This person that wants you for her brother is somebody I respect so much. She's a straightforward human being. So see that. I'm going to assess her. I'm going to scrutinize her because I don't want anybody to hurt this my girl. This my girl, and I know the way I love her, I'm going to love her and protect her family too. So I'm going to scrutinize Dobora for your brother. Now you are talking. Where did she sign? Where's your signature?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you can write very well. Here you write your name, you write your address, then you say you write undertaking. So contact your lawyer to serve her. That you are going to serve her proper 6 months notice. And all outstanding NEPA bills will be shared among all your tenants, including yourself and her, to be offset. Any other NEPA bill that have been deducted from her original prepaid payment she made through her card will be shared among those whatever. Then there will be no any intruding or any issues. You are not going to fight her until she vacates the apartment February 2023. Which one be watching from Merlin Kingdom again now? Now don't come again. The robust, which kind of response is this? Abeg o. Ah, Jehovah. Somebody sound question Deborah, really? How Alex got disappear now? Goodness. Alex, come back here. This thank you, when Deborah thank you, you must pay this bill. Let's apply and wait. You want to ask the person? Mm. Deborah, where are you from?
From Enugu State.
Okay, Enugu people, they are calm people. They are not money conscious people. They're not like Anambra. They are. They always like to speak English and go to school and work. Civil servants. Town. Am I right?
You're right.
Deborah is a British.
I've not traveled.
Deborah is a British girl by birth in Enugu State, so If you want to marry Deborah, please ensure you are a British brought up, okay?
No, no.
So that you guys
You don't
can
need
cope.
to. You don't need to.
So that nobody will think each other. Say, he's 30 me. I say, really? That's what you, have you heard that? You say, you're 30, huh?
You don't need to be British, so please. You can be a Nigerian.
Okay, oh, okay. She's giving you a considerate condition. You can be a Nigerian. But not this trader kind of character. For now, Deborah sue you. This kind of Deborah na sue. They don't dey fight too. You just stay in your house. Later will come from court. Your wife will sue you to court for 20 years. Okay, let me read some comments. Patient Emmanuel Edet said it is not easy to be paying outstanding debts. She was tired. Some tenants are careless. They would support you. So I think that was why she took that step, and the landlady was not ready to pay as well. Okay, that is patient Emmanuel Edet. Omobatoba from Lagos Island. I know you are the one. He said now Obasabi they worry this the brother. Really? Okay. It's Andrew Philippians. He said if you know the other tenants, then you will know Deborah beauty is not close. I don't even know which English we don't know. Okay. Yetunde Abegole said it's mere out of covetousness, not smartness. Right. Lati said Deborah pretended to be a gentle person before the camera. Really? I don't think. You don't know the law, sir. The law doesn't say tenant will not pay for rent within 6 months notice. She still have the responsibility to pay her landlady rent for those periods, except if the landlady choose to forget the rent. Deborah, did you hear that? I think the person is responding to another person that I said you're not supposed to pay. Prince Isoha say, I do know make her put expenses on her head. She should be paying the bill in her cross. No. Seriously, she says her landlady has unmanaged. The robots says tenant needs to be smart, if not landlord and landlady will finish them with bills. Let me check. Ah, I thought we like you are one of the tenants who refused to pay. You tell us the correct version of the case. It's all right. I'm just whiling away with this message so that the landlord will be done with. What is that? Let me go through what you read, please. Thank you. Proper what? Eh?
Let me see.
Read what you read because I don't understand what you read.
The agreement to pack out. You give her the real agreement to pack
I
out.
never said agreement. It's a quick notice. When you finish what you write, you still start my own and write the one I said under the other your.
Sorry, she came with her daughter. I don't know.
Sign where you cancel. Sign where you cancel. Yeah, continue. Okay. So people can very funny. Dobora, let me read this. So I know you're still going to read it. Somebody say, Jason, or first say, Deborah, as I'm seeing you now with my spiritual eye, you are planning to sell the house. God of mercy. I don't even have time to read some of you funny mercy. Spiritual eyes. Why not physical eye? We are dealing with physical here, please. And you undertake not to disturb her until she pack out. Don't get time involved or engage her with any problem, any trouble. It's a lawyer that is writing the quick notice. We're just giving her instruction. Yes. Full stop. So you will sign this, uh, you sign with the defendant. You sign, you write your telephone number, then the next line you write your date, write your name there. Let me see. That is where you sign. You write your name. Are you not seeing the right name where you sign? You have to write your name where you sign.
The writing is too small. I can't see the.
Write your name there. Put water here, then come and write the resolution there. Mm. Sign complement. I asked you to give me green or red Bible, Daddy. What?
You said during the weekend.
Hmm?
You said during the weekend. I'll get it. What to do during the weekend? Revolution.
Because of this thing, why the revolution is here. Even the resolution here for your attached. The both have been interviewed
Yes, ma'am.
and they reached compromise. The defendant is to part out
Of the house.
in February 2023, end of February 2023, and all her utility outstanding bills, she's to clear them before working out.
Yes, ma'am.
The accumulated NEPA bills, the landlady and all the tenants should share it among themselves, including
The defender.
the complainant. The defendant, who is the complainant, who is the landlady, is to share outstanding bills, all outstanding NEPA bills, which is the accumulated NEPA bills. The landlady and other tenants should share it among themselves, including the complainant. And the complainant is to pack out of the house 28th of February 2023 and to clear all her utility bills outstanding.
Yes,
Any other thing? So that is what you are doing. Have a wonderful day.
thank you very much.
Dobora will contact you
Madam,
if you have
you
suitors
say
from our
if you stay
office.
6 months, you will pay before the bank.
Eh?
You say if you stay 6 months, you will pay before the bank.
Mm.
And another, I will come back again to make complaint. There was a
About Dobora.
no.
That one is another. If you have a complaint, meet them at the reception. Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Grace, which I don't understand. The president, my landlady, used my remaining 6 months to give me a quick notice without any reason. Did I still have the right to stay when the rent expires? Which of your remaining 6 months? Which one is your remaining 6 months? You don't have free 6 months, so I don't know how you guys are. You don't have free 6 months if you are to be given 6 months. I think I cover my head. Today I'm representing. I'm obedient to. I'm an obedient child. All right. There is no free um, 6 months notice to be given that you are not going to pay, so you don't need to say you are to stay. One, if you stay, they have to notify you 6 months if you're a yearly tenant, right? So if the landlord did not give you the notice and you've not gathered yourself to pack out from the house, then it should give you the notice, except you want to go to court with reason. You cannot just go to court because you want to go to court with your landlord or landlady. And meanwhile, learn to be at peace with the good ones. There are so many landlady or landlords. It's not every landlady or landlord that is bad. My landlady is one of the best landlady I've ever had. In fact, the best. When I say the best, she's still the best in this moment. So it's not every landlady that I trouble though. Okay, we make I cover this. Meanwhile, please, yesterday we're not able to uh, discuss the issue of this woman and her kids the two siblings that have to get married because of the what is it called network we're having yesterday. So possibly we may attend to that case today. Otherwise, give a notice for tomorrow. Though she's around, we're just waiting for her kids, the two of them, to be here. All right, thank you. Thank you, Harriet and Wardu. All right, I'll be back in a moment. Please don't forget to share and also follow our TikTok Home Center for Justice and Palace Gist. Other useful information as regards to the visa, you get it on Palace Gist, Center for Justice, the True TikTok, and our YouTube channel. Thank you. And some messages were dropped on our Ready to Marry Facebook page. Yeah, if you still have 6 months before he or she gives you the 6 months notice, they are still on point. That is how it's supposed to be served. Patient Emmanuel Ledes, thank you. See you guys soon.